All right, so it's a final here in downtown Sacramento. Kings falling to the Bucks. 115-98 is your final score. You're watching Toyota Kings Postgame Live. Drapes, Morgan, Ragan here with you. We got Doug Christie and the players coming up in just a little bit. So much to get to. We'll get to the Keegan Murray injury coming up. Keon Ellis also dealing with a thumb. But Morgan, just sum up, I'm going to keep it real. First half, it was rough.
Yeah.
It was rough. Into the third quarter, in the fourth, they made a run. Just sum up your feelings watching this one tonight.
I mean, you are right on track with all of that. It's there wasn't a huge energy in this building from the start, but you could tell it could be created. It could be generated by what the players were going to do out there. And then it started happening later in this game. That was so fun to see them go on that run. But the reason why it confuses me is because when they started going on that run, it was such a short period of time. Why can't it just continue all the way through the end of the game? I get it. We're going to talk about Keegan going down, like different things happening, but still, it was the defensive intensity. It was a different type of mentality, Kyle, and that's what's just so frustrating when I'm like, wait, if you're capable of doing that, why don't you keep doing that? Even if Giannis is going to dominate, don't let everyone dominate.
Yeah, Kevin Porter Jr. was a big reason why the Bucks won this game. We'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit. But the Kings fall 115-98. And when you look at this game, the Bucks being up 26 at one point, the Kings answered back with a 29-7 run at the end of the third and the beginning of the fourth to get back into this game. What did you make of that run? Because I saw something there that sort of changed things for the Kings.
Oh, yeah. It was all about their defensive intensity. Look, they were also attacking on the offensive end, being super aggressive. I loved seeing Russell Westbrook even going up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and just poking the ball away, making him think twice. We've seen Russ do that on some other bigs throughout the year. He's good at that. He can really disrupt, and right there, getting a block. Just having a different type of aggression on both ends of the floor, it's something that needs to be done through four quarters. But when you were seeing it here, you could see the energy not only in the building, but within all of these players. Dennis Schroeder right there just feeling confident in the mid-range as well, and that's the poke away I'm talking about.
Yeah, and I thought that was really a change the game, the adjustment to put Russell Westbrook on Giannis. I thought it worked, but then Giannis got his also eventually. But it shouldn't come to that, though, right?
No.
That's like a Hail Mary, if you will, a last-ditch effort. We've exhausted all other options. Let's try Russ. Maybe you go to it earlier. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm there. Okay. I'm exactly there. Like, go to it earlier. If you know it could be something and Giannis was dominating the way he was dominating through the first half, then go to it. Go to it earlier. Go to it in the first quarter. I mean, Russ ended up playing 38 minutes. It's not like he was sitting sometimes and wasn't getting his minutes. It's like he's out there. So utilize that tool because you were running out of options by the half.
Yeah, 29-7. It was interesting. I said this during the fourth quarter I did with Mark and Katie. The Kings at the time to start the fourth quarter were 2 of 16 from three. They made their first 2 threes in the fourth, and you saw the energy in this building shift. Got it to a 10-point lead. They only shot 5 of 25. I mean, this is a common theme with this team. Inability to make threes. Keegan tonight 0 for 3. He's usually a better three-point shooter. Russ took 8. He's taken a lot of open ones. But Coach used to say there's a reason why you're open. You know, I feel like that's what the defense is giving up. What are you seeing with our three-point shooting out there?
It's that. It's how the threes are generated matter. Sometimes it's about getting that energy, that flow through the basketball, getting everyone involved by driving into the paint, getting a spray, and or just moving the ball around the horn so quickly, making a quick decision. I mean, there's times still we're seeing Russ, hang on to the ball for a second, question things, be indecisive, but then go. Sometimes he'll make a play happen and you're like, yes, love what we see. That's 2 points on the board. But even so, it still means that so many other people didn't touch the basketball after working hard on the defensive end. And I just feel like this team isn't good enough for one guy to to just be chucking up some threes or whatever else it is. So, yeah, the Kings started 1 of 13 from 3 in this game, and it just didn't get much better. And, again, it's because the offense wasn't much better.
Yeah, the Kings tonight only 17 assists, 34 made field goals. Let me put this into perspective for you. That's a 50% assist percentage. Good to great teams want to be at 66 and higher. So that's ISO ball, you know, right there. 17 assists on 34 made field goals. Not moving the ball, what you're talking about.
That's it. And obviously to have an assist, you have to make the basket. But ultimately, Kyle, it's exactly that. We're not seeing the ball move around. It is so simple. And again, I get it. The Bucks, a good team at times, you know, like they have their struggles, they have their challenges. We know what they can do from three-point land and on the offensive end. But even defensively, they have guys. They have guys that are dogs along the perimeter. They have a second line of defense. For the Kings, you just get the defense shifting left to right with the pass. Go back to simple basketball, and they can do that. It just seems like sometimes they're not willing to do that, and they're not willing to move without the ball. All
right, what do you think about Giannis tonight? 37 and 11. 13 of 17 from the field. I mean, come on now.
He's so good. There's some nights when you're just watching him and you just have to remember, wow, we are witnessing greatness out here. But at the same time, the Kings, they did not have an answer for him. Sure, we saw those moments toward the end of this game when it felt like that defensive effort from Russell Westbrook poking the ball away. It was great. Sometimes when they would throw a double at him, he would have to get it out. But ultimately, it's all about size. It's just such a big mismatch for this Kings team.
And let's keep it. It's a mismatch for a lot of teams. That's Giannis we're talking about here.
No,
you know,
totally fair, Kyle. And that's the thing. I know they game plan for it in certain ways, and you're not going to always see success. But at the same time, it just felt like Giannis was excited for this matchup.
Yeah, and I felt like he sort of picked his spots too. Like, you know, he would go off for a stretch. All right, Kevin Porter, you go get 6 straight buckets, 8 straight points. All right, then Giannis will close it out. Man, this Milwaukee Bucks team, they took it to the Kings tonight, 115-98. I want to talk to you about Keegan Murray because he showed some flashes early. We'll get to the injury coming up in just a little bit. He had a hell of a play in the first half that got everybody talking. What did you think of early Keegan Murray?
Oh, man. The block going into the jam. That was so fun to watch. And you could see, even when he was going down the court, he was still looking for the best option. The best option, buddy, was for you to throw it down. You see him in the mid-range. He was quick, decisive, confident with that shot. I loved how he was just bodying through people, using his strength, Kyle. He looked so much more confident out there. His shot is much quicker. Love what we've been able to see from Keegan the last 2 games, but now we have the injury.
Yeah, here's what happened here to Keegan in the third quarter, going to the basket right here. Him and Miles Turner collide, and he reaches for that left ankle right there and had to be helped off, went back to the locker room, did not return. I mean, this dude's been banged up. The hits keep coming for Keegan Murray. He gets back off the calf strain, few games, and now he's dealing with an ankle.
This is one of those moments where I'm just going to sit here and say, take your time. Please take your time, because there is so many things going on with his body like you just mentioned, and it's just good for him to heal in a year like this. We know what he's capable of. We know that he can get a bucket. We know that he can be the guy that takes over for this team. But this team right now, an 8-win basketball team in the NBA, it's not a good team. Take your time, whatever you need. I know I'm saying that to a competitor that just wants to be out there and play.
Right, exactly. And, you know, here's the thing about, you know, where the Kings are. You know, they're struggling right now. They're scuffling. But, damn, even the worst teams, you still want to win here or there, you know, just to, you know, reward the fan base, make it feel good. Remember when they came out here and beat Dallas last week, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. The vibes were good. We need a little bit of that here and there. You know, it may not be a 6, 7, 8 game winning streak, but just stem the tide, turn the tide just a little bit.
That's it. And even tonight when they went on that streak, I was like, oh, could this happen again, right? Could the magic be there? They beat them once in the beginning of this season. Could they do it again? And the magic just couldn't last long enough. And I'm so with you on that, because even for these young guys, they're in the NBA now. They were obviously really good players in college. They're used to playing winning basketball. They're used to winning basketball games. It's got to be tough on everyone mentally, especially with the trade deadline around the corner. Oh, man, to be a professional basketball player.
Right. Zach LaVine, 20 points, 35 minutes after missing the last 9 games. What did you think of Zach out there?
Well, I wasn't sure how they were going to end up utilizing him, and I thought Doug did a great job with how he got him in this game off the bench, like we had mentioned before. But I thought Zach was doing such a great job of attacking the basket and being aggressive. Oh, I loved that play from Neek Clifford, driving to the paint and getting Zach open along for that corner 3. You wanted to see Zach LaVine shoot some threes. He only attempted 4, made 2 of them. The Kings need to be shooting so many more threes. How can you make sure that Zach doesn't only get those opportunities in the open court? Well, you got to play defense, but also gets those moments from beyond the arc on the offensive end. You got to find him.
Yeah, Zach LaVine tonight, 6 of 12 from the field, 20 points, 35 minutes. Want to hear how the ankle came out of this game, as he has missed the last 9 games. Kings fall 115-98 is your final score. Let's see what social media is talking about.
Oh, yes.
What happened?
Remember?
A T-shirt
Look at that.
came up here?
Yeah. And
Our boy Bryce?
He's a hero.
Look at
He's a hero.
Look how chilly looking over there, too. He's proud of himself, Bryce. Look at that.
That's
look
all
at
the
He's
crowd.
like, yeah, that's what I do. That's Bryce right there. Give Bryce a
he's
shout
a
out,
hero.
people. Give our guy Bryce a shout out right there.
Bryce.
Hey, we got much more post-game live. The fans are here. They're sticking around. We'll hear from coach and players coming up after the timeout.
Toyota Kings Postgame Live is presented by Toyota. Class-leading MPG and more hybrid models than any other brand. Toyota, let's go places.